Hi, this is Kelly from Blossom Blend Fibers, and today I'm going to show you how to cast on for the Knit Along in Let's Knit Socks Facebook group using a circular needle. So I've got my yarn here, and I like to do, for 64 stitches, I like to do 2 arms length and then do my slip knot. For this demonstration, I'm just going to be casting on 12 stitches, and so I will pull out the right amount of yarn. There we go. And do my slip knot. And then I'm going to grab one end of the needle. These needles are Chow Goo needles. I'm looking through my phone. There we go. And we're going to do the Judy's Magic cast on. So we're going to take our fingers, and this end here is the end of the yarn, and this end is attached to the ball of yarn. And we're going to take our fingers like this through the bottom and hold our yarn with our ring finger and our pinky like that. There we go. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take this needle and you're going to go on this side of your thumb and go under that yarn. Then you're going to take your index finger and you're going to go over your needle. And now you've got this loop here, and you're going to take that over top of the needle like that. So I'll do that again. You're going to drop down your needle like this, put it through the yarn on the left side of your thumb, and then over your needle, and then the loop goes over top. I'll do that again. So hold it like this, bring down your needle. I'll do it from a different angle. So I'm going to go in like that. Then I'm going to take my index finger, go over the needle, and now I've got that loop. And then pull. Okay? So I'm going to do that. How many is that? That's 4. I'm going to do 8 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 more. So I'll go slower, come down, go underneath that yarn, over with your index finger, and then the loop goes over the needle like that. Do it once more. Under the yarn, index finger over, and then this thumb, it's got the loop, goes over top like that. Then what you do is you slide your stitches onto the cable, and you count half the number of stitches that you have. So let me just check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure I couldn't see through my camera. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then what you do is you grab your cable and you just go like this, and now you've got that, and now you pull on the cable like this, and You'll laugh if I tell you how long my cable is. But that's all I had handy right now. I'm using a 40-inch cable. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you've got your cast on at the back that you just finished, and you've got this at the front. And I'm just going to reposition things here a little bit. There we go. So now what you're going to do is you're going to slide this cable on these stitches. And in circular knitting, you have, that's better now, I can see and you can see, you have what we consider front and back needles. So back needle, front needle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this needle out from the back. So I have pulled out the back needle and I'm holding on to the end of my yarn. This yarn here is attached to my ball, and we're going to start knitting in the round. So for the knit along, we knit into the back of that first stitch like this. Oh, and one thing I wanted to mention is I like to go under my yarn and then knit through the back stitch of that first, through the back stitch. There we go, like this. And then just grab my yarn. We're going to knit that stitch like that. And there we go. I'm going to give that a really good tug. Then we're going to purl that next stitch. And now we're going to knit through the back loop of that next stitch. And purl the next one. And knit through the back stitch of the next one. And purl the next stitch. There we go. So normally you would have 32 stitches on here, but we're just doing a tiny cast on. So now what we need to do is we need to take our needles and turn our work so that our needles are now facing this direction towards the right. And what we are going to do is pull on our cable till our needle shows up. Now I've got a really long cable here because I didn't have two 32-inch. And now we're going to slide that onto our front needle. And again, we've got our back and our front, so we always want to pull from the back. So you're going to pull out that back needle, get a nice length. Now here's something that I want to show you. So if I was to start knitting like this and went and put my needle in through the back loop and went to grab my yarn and knit like this, look what I've just done. I have created, I'll show you. Let me just zoom out here a little bit. Some people were saying when they knit with magic loop, they end up with an extra stitch. And see what happens here is I'm bringing my yarn over the cable. And that is how I'm ending with an extra stitch at the end. You don't want that to happen. So that's why what I do is I had mentioned that I always go under my yarn. Do that again. I go under my yarn and then go through the stitch. So I've got to zoom in here, so just 1 second. There we go. So I'm going to go under my yarn and through the back of that stitch. And now I'm going to give it a good tug and knit in the back of the loop and give it a good pull. And now I'm going to purl that stitch, knit into the back, purl, knit into the back. So just like that. I'll just show you that again. So here's the front, if I was knitting into the front, and here's knitting into the back, like that. I think I spliced that. Hang on one second. There we go. There we go. And purl. And there you go. Now you've joined your, and I have this little gap. Don't worry about that. That'll go away. Oops, sorry about that. So now our needles are both facing this way to the left. So we want to just pull on that cord. Like I said, I'm using a really long cord for this video. And there we go. And now we're going to rotate our needles this way. And we have our end there, which we don't want. And we have our yarn here. And now we're going to look for, there's our end from the ball. And here's our tail. We wanted to get that out of the way, hold that. And now we're all set up again. So we're going to pull the, we're going to slide, the front needle. We're going to pull the back out. And remember, we go under the yarn like this. Here, I'll show you this way. Go under the yarn like that. And knit through the back of the stitch, and then grab your yarn and knit it, and now give that a really good tug, and then to the front to purl, in the back, purl, to the back, and purl. And there we go. So now just pull on that one cable, and be careful because yeah, we've all done it at some point. Just pull on that cable till you, there we go. And then now rotate your needles. There we go. And you got your tail there. You got your yarn from your ball there. Slide up on the front. Take your back needle, slide it out. And then remember to go underneath the yarn and knit into the back of the loop. And how you're going to know that you are at the end of the round will be by here. So this is telling me that I'm only halfway done my cuff of my sock. So I'm going to go knit into the back loop of that stitch. That doesn't feel right. Apologize, I'm looking through my phone. I think that feels right. Hang on 1 second. And just give it a good tug. Oops. That. Okay, hang on 1 second. I have to check something. Yes, I did. Okay, and then now we're going to do our purl stitch. And our knit. Into the back loop. Almost forgot. And the front. And knit through the back loop. And purl. And there you go. You've done, whoops, 2 rounds. That was 2 rounds of your sock. So just like before, we're going to slide. This is what's nice when you've got cables that don't stick. So slide your needle and then just push that on there, and then turn your needles like that. There's your end. You know that's not the right way. There's the end to the ball. Push that front needle up to the near the tip. Take that back needle out, and then again going under the yarn like this. Here, I'll show you this way. Going under the yarn, come on, there, like that, and then into your first stitch. Okay, so I hope that helped, and that is the start for the knit along. And yeah, very exciting. I'll share with you what I've got done so far. I started today. I was going to do a contrast. Oh, let me zoom out again. Sorry about that. There. I was going to do a contrast color on the very top, but I decided not to. So this is what the twisted rib looks like. So yeah, so I'll see you all later tonight. I've got to wake up this little guy and get him out for a W so he won't bother me. And we will see you later. Take care. Happy knitting.